All right, I'm gonna talk about Saw 10. This movie had a bigger budget than the rest of the Saws, except Spiral. You could tell they spent a lot of money on the budget on this movie because it wasn't. You can tell it was low budget, and this is one of the best Saws I ain't seen so far. I ain't seen all of them, including Spiral. I think Spiral is better than some of the Saws they made in the middle of the Saws, like 6 and 7, 5, 6 and 7, 4, 5, 6 and 7, maybe even 3. 2 was alright. 1 was the best one, but the rest of the Saws, it's just been mediocre. But I enjoyed this movie. It was okay. You know, it told you the story about Jigsaw, John Kramer. You know, he had cancer. He was trying to get that, you know, go to Mexico and try to get the cancer removed. And, you know, they played a game with him. And the lady who was ahead of the fund, she already knew who he was. So that's probably why, you know, they tried to, you know, scam him. But it was a good movie, though. I give it that. I give it a 7 out of 10. It could have been a little bit better. You know, the traps and stuff were cool. And, you know... They made some of those Mexicans look bad, you know. They had some Mexicans portraying, you know, the people that was doing the scam, the doctors and stuff. They made Mexicans look pretty bad in this movie. They killed some Mexicans in this movie. It was funny, but yeah, they showed the Mexicans in a bad light. You know, like they was just scam artists and people that can't be trusted. That was the moral of the movie to me. You know, they had this other lady. I don't know what color she was. I mean, I know she was white, but I don't know what, you know, ethnic background she was. But you know, she ended up living, but the rest of the people ended up dying. The Mexican people ended up dying, which was crazy. One of them lived. Yeah, he had to rip his arms or something. He had to do something with his arms to get free and win the game. But it was crazy. But you know, it could have been a little bit better. You know, they went to Mexico and shot some of this stuff. It could have been a little bit better to me. But no, they don't need to make no more Saws. This should be the last Saw they ever make, and should be no more Saws. I mean, I can probably watch another Spiral with Samuel Jackson and Chris Rock. I could probably watch another Spiral, but as far as the Saw goes, the Saw series goes, I don't need no more Saws. I done seen every Saw that they never made, and we don't need no more Saws. You know, this should be the last Saw, and they don't need to make no more prequels and none of that stuff. They need to stop. It's 10 movies plus Spiral. It's 11 movies. It just needs to quit. You know, they keep on dragging some of these series on, some of these horror franchises, and some of these other franchises like Fast and the Furious. They keep dragging these things on. They don't need to be dragged on no more. They just need to quit making these movies. And this Saw movie was okay. It was good. This was a good enough watch, but nah, they don't need to make no more Saw movies. You know, there's only so much you can do with this franchise, and they just keep on making prequels. And they killed off Jigsaw, John Kramer off in the other movies. I forgot which one it was. The third or the fourth movie, they killed them off, and they still making more movies. And they don't know. The movie that came out, 2018, a prequel. They shouldn't even made that movie. That movie shouldn't have been made. And this one was okay. This one was better than the last Saw movie they made, 2018 and 2017. Yeah, they don't need to make no more of these movies. The cinematography in the movie was good. You know, the scenery was good. You could tell they had a bigger budget than they had in these other Saw movies. The budget was, I forgot how much this budget was, but you can tell the difference between this movie and the other Saw movies. So the budget was pretty big, and you know, it looked like a Hollywood movie. It didn't look nothing low budget, none of that stuff. This movie looked like a Hollywood movie. The other Saw movies looked very low budget. Like they didn't have that much budget to do anything. And you could tell. But this one, the budget was high, and you can tell this was a Hollywood-made movie. This movie was made for big screens. And like I said, I give this movie a 7 out of 10. But like I said, They don't need to make no more Saws. This should be the last Saw, period, ever made. We don't need no more Saw movies. But it's been Mo the God King. All hail to the God King. Church Tabernacle and Preach on the Home.